2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus and showing their fashion sense. Got to make a grand entrance. And before we get going,
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the small forward.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
The kick out to Barton. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Murray, no good. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to George. Shoots over Barton. That's good for George on the assist from Batum. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. No good from outside. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Gordon, outside for Murray. Zubac against Porter. Outside Gordon, trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. The shot, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 5 now.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. It's been a slow start here for Denver. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's George. Passes it to Zubac. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Murray, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Nuggets. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Gordon goes in. Murray, good.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Barton against George. Now here's Gordon, guarded closer. And that one's good, Jokic.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
George against Barton. Baseline try. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Now the pass to Porter. Gordon inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Luke Kennard. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 2. Nuggets trail. Here's Murray. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And, you know, really, when you look at it, Murray is quite crafty at getting contact on his drive. I like his fearlessness going to the hole.
For the Nuggets, Bol comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Clark in for Green.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Clark dishes the Bol. Count it, good.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Morris passes to Patterson. McGee with the block. And they're moving it up. Here's Murray. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Murray's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. Rondo looking around. And stolen by Bol. Clark outside. Over Morris. No good from Clark. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
To the paint, here's McGee. He kicks it to Bol. Inside, it's stolen by Rondo. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Murray. Offensive rebound.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Man passes to Morris. Pass to Man. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's Morris. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bull.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And when he's knocking down these shots, it makes this team super dangerous. You got to respect the touch there by Rondo.
1:11 left to play here in the second quarter. Campazzo. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 6. Passes to George. And here's Morris for 3. The Clippers keep it alive. And Patterson kicks to George. Over Clark. No good off the front iron.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. There's the feed to Bull. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And stolen by Bull. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Campazzo, and it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority. And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Bull. And so it's Denver with us.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have...
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. And...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Bull.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Will Barton. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the guard position. Zubac's in the post. Jokic defending. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Zubac. Barton outside. Pass to Jokic. He dishes it to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. So it's the Clippers now.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And it's in there. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
The shot by George, no good.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Down low, here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. And now a 6-point Denver lead.
Tough shot that time by Jokic, finishing through contact. Great display of power and strength.
Murray against Jackson. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Bull, that's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Jackson, stolen by McGee. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Bull, and he lays it straight in. Bull's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Batum finds Jackson. From outside, off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Now, here's Bull. Tight defense on him. No coverage that time.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Jackson down low. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Kicks it to McGee. There's the dish to Clark. To the paint. Campazzo. They get the rebound.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside for Jackson. Outside Leonard. Leonard draws the double. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Clark. Dozier passes to Bull. Can't connect from short range. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Patterson in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Murray finds Barton. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Clippers trail by 7. Up the floor. George, no good.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Millsap misses. Outside, George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Chalk up 2 there. Patterson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Here's the pass to Millsap. Dishes it to Gordon. Releases. Good work defensively by Morris.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Leonard.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Morris looking over the floor. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Murray dishes to Barton. Murray, the pass to Millsap. The kick out to Barton. Murray against London. The Nuggets with another miss.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
Outside Millsap. Campazzo. Patterson defending. And again, Denver no good. Here's Los Angeles now. They've got a 10-0 run going, and so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Patterson, and it's Batum in for Marcus Morris. Here's Rondo. The baseline jumper goes down. And the Clippers lead by 2.
That's what a proven winner will do for you. Big bucket from Rondo.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Murray's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. Millsap against George. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Murray, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
Jackson, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's Gordon. Murray outside. To the middle. Porter passes to Murray. Over Leonard. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 6 points for Aaron Gordon.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Batum. They need this. That shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. Now, here's Porter. From deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now Murray. A three ball, and the rejection by Jackson. George from deep three-point land misses the three. So it's the Nuggets taking the dub. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Willie Cauley-Stein. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Here's Porzingis, and the rejection by Zubac. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Off target from 3-point range.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here's Zubac, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Now here's Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson kicks to Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Batum with the steal. Doncic against Leonard. He can't get it to go. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, the D can't give Richardson that kind of lane to the basket. He will jump all over any available space.
Porzingis with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Porzingis against Leonard. The 10-footer. And no good. Trying to use the glass. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. George, no good.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here is George. Here's Zubac. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Jackson drives in. High post, Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Now here's Doncic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside Jackson from past the arc. It's hauled in by Richardson. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's Porzingis. And the layup is good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. On the wing, Jackson. Back to George. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, Paul George on the inside, comfortable knowing where he can get to, just tries to find a sliver of room in order to get that shot off.
Doncic feeling it out. Richardson outside. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks ahead, up by 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Morris is out there with Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in a 2-guard. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Powell. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Outside, Redick shoots the 3. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
The Mavericks shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Kleba, the pass to Brunson. Inside, Powell. He gets it in there. Powell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason. A year ago, a lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat. Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Pass to Hardaway. Back to Brunson. Here's the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Patterson passes to man. Wasted no time on that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Right side, Redick. Back to Brunson. Over Rondo. That one a little long.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Morris, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Redick passes to Kleba. The 3. The shot by Redick, no good. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Patterson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Up top, Powell. Patterson defending. Powell kicks to Brunson. Left side, Hardaway. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Morris. Passes it to Patterson. Shoots over Redick. That one wide left. Dallas leading by 4. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Rondo with a clean look, kept alive.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Rondo against Brunson. Doncic outside. Dallas again missing. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Morris, no good. Dallas has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cleveland, it's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to Patterson. Out to Morris. From deep three-point range. And that'll do it for the first half.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K. Right out of the gates, it was Dallas setting the tone. They strung together several impressive trips down the floor to open things up with an 8-0 run. They finished the...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Patrick Patterson, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot.
At 7-3, Porzingis with no trouble seeing over the defense. Excellent pass and a very unselfish play.
Jackson has the open look. A shot off that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Over in the corner, Doncic. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 6. George passes to Zubac. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Nobody near George. From outside, off the mark. Dallas leading by 6. Richardson finds Doncic. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
George against Richardson. George passes to Zubac. Feeds it to Jackson. Back to Zubac. The inside shot. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Richardson against George. Here's Zubac. Nice D from Porzingis.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 12. Outside, George. And the Clippers miss again. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Over George. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And there's a minute 45 left to play here on the third. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time. Maybe a time to rest him right now, just give him a bit of a breather, try to help him get back on track.
And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Doncic with it. George picks him up. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Porzingis inside. Working on Zubac. Shot clock at 2. The 19-foot shot, and he hits the jumper for 2. Porzingis has got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Doncic outside. Cauley Stein dishes to Doncic. Over Leonard. Tips it. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 6 in the quarter.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort on the offensive glass that time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Off target from outside. Leonard from deep. 3-point. Oh, he got it to go.
Patient. Bam.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot.
And so it's Dallas. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the 2 guard.
JJ doing a great job of selling the pump fake there. People always worried about him getting that shot off quickly.
First free throw is good. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. And so he makes both from the line. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Hardaway with a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Clippers trail by 11. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George will take those opportunities anytime he can get them. A nice dunk there.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Brunson kicks to Hardaway. From deep. That one no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And here's Brunson. The pass to Reddick. Powell in the high post. Over Morris. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Mavericks lead by 9. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rondo against Brunson. Rondo passes to Patterson. No good on the 3. Dallas leading by 9. Down low. Here's Kleba. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The big dunk at the end of the break.
That's a pretty sweet dish there by Paul George. Just selfless on that play.
Now Reddick. Pass to Brunson. Five to shoot. Out to Hardaway. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. The Mavericks also with a sub. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from George.
Paul George stepping up big time.
Brunson with it. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Patterson. Dallas, no good that time either. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to Zubac. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 6 assists now in the game.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Up top Powell. Zubac defending. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. George passes to Zubac. Rondo looking over the floor. Knocked away. Now the Mavericks moving it up. It's good.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rondo kicks to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Hardaway. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup. And with
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It'll be a fun matchup to watch.
Nurkic, no good with the layup.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And Batum kicks to Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, when Batum spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Lillard against Batum. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. On the wing, Batum. Covington with a steal. Goes up to the stripe. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Jackson from long range. That shot off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Powell finds Covington. Here's Nurkic. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
280 pounds. I mean, Nurkic, he's a handful to deal with at times. I mean, you got to foul him.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Covington kicks to McCollum. Gets an open look and hits. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard against Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Leonard inside and stolen by Lillard. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. And it's sent back by George. Outside Leonard. Back to Jackson. C.J. McCollum with the rebound.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Nicholas Batum. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Put that bucket in no time at all.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Leonard against Anthony. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded close. George with the bucket.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 1. Outside Leonard. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. Jackson dishes to Patterson. Leonard with no one around. A miss that time would have put him up.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Rondo against McCollum. Kicks to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Tries it from 19. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Anthony in the corner. Pass to Cantor. Tries again. And he lays it up and in.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Outside Rondo. Leonard looking around. Outside for Rondo. Los Angeles with another miss.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Count that bucket.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
From deep, George. Portland grabs the miss. And the pass to Simons. Feeds it to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Jones. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Clippers trail by 9. Pass to man. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. With the floater, and it's good on the way in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Lillard outside. Jones against Kennard. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Unloads from 9. And Zubac puts it in. Zubac has got 8 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Lillard dishes to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. Traps in the tray. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Outside Rondo from deep. They get it back. Zubac. Count it. He's got 10.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Lillard looking around. Jones the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with the scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves it.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Passes it to Kennard. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Cantor, the pass to Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Here's Mann. Pass to Kennard. He kicks to Rondo. Here's Mann. 5 on the clock. For the 3. The shot by Rondo is no good.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Rondo passes to Mann. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 12. Kicks it to Cantor. 51 seconds left to play here in the half. That one drops for him. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
To the inside. Mann gets the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard outside. Here's Anthony, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Anthony's got 6 points.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Morris looking over the floor. The pass to Mann. The Clippers need to get off a shot. No good from Zubac. And that one's good, Anthony. He's got 8.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishing.
And so it's Portland with it. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They're leading by 16. Kenny Gibbons. And that should...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, and really, Batum is so fast driving inside. The D is in a tough spot, and he's going strong to the basket.
It's his first trip to the line.
And at the charity stripe a season ago, he didn't miss many. 90% on the year.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Grant, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Pass to George. And here's Leonard from three. Portland grabs the miss. Powell, the pass to Covington, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Over in the corner, Batum. Here's Patterson. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 18. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break.
Oh, man, and Jackson is just incredibly fast in transition. It's just the defense's worst nightmare when he's leaking out in the open floor.
Lillard outside. From deep three-point range, unable to get that one. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Now here's Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Nurkic. Makes it off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Powell for three. That shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard against Powell. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Jones with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Powell for three. But they'll get another chance. Nurkic dishes to Covington. Lets the three fly. Powell, that's good. Powell's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
The 11-footer. High post try. Rebounded by Jackson.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
Trailblazers leading by 17. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Nurkic against Patterson. Nurkic in the post. Off with the layup. Batum for three. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, when Jackson is stringing together these dribble moves, the D is absolutely helpless. There's no way you are stopping him.
McCollum finds Covington. Back to McCollum. Wide open look. Jump shot is good. McCollum's got 8 points.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
We talk about killer instinct all the time. He definitely has it. He's keeping his foot on the pedal here.
It's tipped. Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. It's George on the wing, defended by Jones. Powell, the pass to Jones. Leonard with the steal. With 1 on the clock. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Portland with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
I got him. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Anthony, and it's Cantor in at the 5 down low.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
Lillard from deep three-point land, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Trailblazers leading by 19 points. McCollum outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
Rondo kicks to Zubac. Rondo against Lillard. Zubac the pass to Rondo. Good on the 13-footer. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Rondo's jumper can really unlock other parts of his game. The defense better be careful there.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard left side. Good D by Rondo. Clippers trail by 17. Leonard attacking, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Anthony.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And a deep three from Lillard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Lillard's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Leonard the pass to Morris. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Count that one.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard. Clippers trail by 15. And it's George missing. Lillard, right side. Pass to Powell. Zubac against Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years. A career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. And Robert Covington subbed in for Carmelo Anthony.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Enes Kanter.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
And a deep three from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Sure. He's off on that one. Good D by McCollum. Beyond the arc. And it's Lillard missing. Outside Batum. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Fader on the way. That shot, no good. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's time for the NBA. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4 slot. And for the Nuggets, Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the center. Murray. And the shot is long.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Jokic passes to Murray. Gordon kicks to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The tray. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Now here's Jackson. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. Jackson gets the bucket.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Outside, Porter. Back to Murray. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Outside Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 6 points. Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Murray surveying the D. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Outside Jackson. For Murray. Jackson missing again. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Porter passes to Murray. Now here's Gordon. The score now all even. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. That'll put Aaron Gordon on the line. It's on Nicholas Batum, and it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Gordon, no good on that one.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
You could see Patterson just track that in the air the whole way. You knew he would finish the oop.
Here's Murray. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Murray outside. And the wide open shot from Green. And another miss by Denver.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's stolen by Green. Millsap with it. Guarded now by Morris. To the middle. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Rondo passes to Mann. Feeds to Patterson. With the fadeaway. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Here's Millsap, banked in off the glass.
Very quietly, Paul Millsap just goes about his business. He's a tough competitor.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Rondo passes to Patterson. Outside for Rondo. Back to Patterson. 4 on the clock. Pass to Mann. And a miss there on the triple. That will count. The shot that time not on target. It's all tied in Denver. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the... And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your pride.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
JaVale McGee is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Porter. Then it's Will Barton. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Now here's Barton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Rondo wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And stolen by Patterson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Mann. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Mann's got his first bucket in this one.
One of the more instinctive passers over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
McGee finds Porter. Here's Barton. Pulls up on the wing. Offensive rebound. Here's Millsap. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. Here's Patterson. McGee with the block. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Nuggets have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Jackson with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Nobody near Leonard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Denver leading by 4. Gordon kicks to Barton. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Barton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him. Oh my, did he ever flush that one hard?
Making a big-time statement. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 6 points. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Here's Barton. Paul George making his last shot. Passes to Gordon. Here's Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
George passes to Leonard. And there's the pass to Batum. With his first shot attempt. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Barton outside. Pass to Green. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Jackson passes to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Pass to Jokic. Barton outside. Jokic passes to Green. And Green slams it in.
And don't let Green's skill game confuse you. He can rise up and finish around the rim with the best in the business.
Right side Jackson. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Barton. Barton's got 3 assists in the game. From deep, George. And so it's Denver with a 6-point. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq, it's been that way for a while. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the 3rd. So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Jackson. Following the basket by JaVale McGee.
And if you let the little guy get airborne before you slide over to block him out, he can and will embarrass you on the boards.
Denver on D. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Outside for Batum. The Clippers need to get off a shot.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts. Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center. Finally getting one to fall. They were 0 for 3 to start this half.
Passes it to Bull. Campazzo. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Now, here's Bull. Defended by George. Bull, that's good. And the Nuggets lead by 8. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Denver with the ball. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Dozier, defended by George. The pass to Dozier. Jacks up a three. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. Sweet little floater. Now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Campazzo laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now here's George. He's got 12. And it's George again missing. Here's Dozier. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And at 7'2", Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
It's George on the wing. Leonard from deep three-point land. And it's off from three-point range.
And they continue to control the glass.
Kicks to McGee. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. Campazzo, a chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson dishes to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 5.
A multi-talented scorer with range. You want to get Leonard as many touches as possible.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. In the corner, Bull with it. They get it back. McGee, the layup missed. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 5. A 3 from Leonard, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Nugget shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dozier, defended by George. Dozier can't get it to go.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Leonard with the bucket.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Pass to Bull. 3 seconds left. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he...
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Nuggets on top. They lead by a bucket. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Aaron Gordon. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Man passes to George. Shoots it up. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch effort all the way around.
And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off
the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
In the corner, it's Morris. George against Barton. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from George. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Now Barton. Clock at 6. Here's Jokic over Rondo, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Rondo passes to Mann. For 3. Porter pulls it in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Morris right side. From deep. Denver grabs the miss. And now the Nuggets fast break. Murray with the ball. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
The Nuggets leading by 6. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Jokic inside. Patterson defending. Jokic, no good. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 6. Rondo kicks to Patterson. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
The first one falls. So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Batum in for Morris.
Tight ball game. Who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Murray the pass to Barton. Now Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And another miss by Denver. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Rondo against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Here's Zubac. Here we go, one-on-one. Rondo passes to Zubac. On the wing, George. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And here is Murray. Passes it to Jokic from deep. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will come the other way. Outside for Batum to take the lead. Nails the tray.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Murray outside. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
Rondo, no good. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Good!
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
Leonard attacking. Good!
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Offline. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Coming up next. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Porzingis with the steal. Out to Doncic. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Now you can see the defense is so shifted over to where Kristaps Porzingis is that they lose track of the situation, and he burns them with the pass.
It's Jackson with the drive. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Kleber. Back to Porzingis. Shoots over Zubats. Misses off the left iron. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still.
Too much at that.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Zubats against Porzingis. Now here's Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Now this is where Porzingis can do the most damage. 7'3". He's got the height. He's going to shoot over just about anybody in the league.
The 3 from George. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Doncic. Shot, high post, and too long on the shot.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
To the paint. Porzingis against Zubats. Porzingis can't hit. Leonard attacking. Jackson passes to Batum. Back to Jackson. Kleber with the rebound.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Remember Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. So it's the Mavericks now after the Clippers pick up 2. Cauley-Stein at the elbow. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Comes up empty down low. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Kennard. And Cauley-Stein over to help. Hardaway with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And here's the fast break. Ahead, here's Rondo. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up 4. And we'll get going after this from the American. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Dwight Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Brunson in at the point. Rondo dishes to Patterson. There's the pass to Mann. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Morris, no good. The Mavericks trailing. Brunson with a clean look. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it. He's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Mann, covered by Redick. And the Clippers miss again.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Good on the three-point shot.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rondo against Redick. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Shoots over Brunson, and they get it. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
The Mavericks leading. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Brunson the pass to Powell. And it's Hardaway atop the key. The rebound by Patterson. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Mann. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Redick passes to Brunson. Back to Redick. A step-back shot here. Another shot. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Redick. Shot clock reset for Dallas. From outside the arc. It doesn't go for him. The Clippers trail. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Kennard. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Powell kicks to Cauley Stein. Passes it to Brunson. Hardaway with it. Three-pointer. And it's Hardaway again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Kennard. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Redick for 3. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside for Rondo. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Back to Patterson. Powell with the steal. They're running. Reddick is in the corner. Down low. Deflects the pass. Now Kennard. Dishes it to Rondo. Here's Patterson. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Reddick with the three. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Mavericks shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. And it's George in at the two-guard position.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league, where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Up top, Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by George. Doncic outside, 5 to shoot. No good there with the step-back J. And for the Clippers, they're shooting around 41% on the night. And finished off by Leonard.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Doncic feeling it out. Outside, Porzingis. The offensive rebound. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. And Leonard has it in the corner. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
No good that time.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. And here is Zubac. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's George. Over Richardson. George finds Zubac. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Zubac has got his second basket of the game.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
That one falls.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Jackson passes to Zubac. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Richardson.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. On the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Powell. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Rondo's checked in. 6 to shoot. Inside. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Offline with his 3. Here now the Clippers. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. George dishes to Morris. To the inside. Patterson passes to George. Makes it off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 6 here in this quarter. .51 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Rondo. Leonard against Hardaway. Leonard kicks to Rondo. From 17 feet out, it's rebounded by Dallas. Hardaway up top. He's covered by Leonard. Hardaway passes to Doncic. It's Redick on the wing. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Tries from 10. And another basket for Dallas.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Pass to Morris. And it's Rondo in the corner. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Clippers lead by 4. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. You can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forwards position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by George, no good.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's a big target in Porzingis, but he delivers.
The Clippers in the lead. Rondo passes to Zubac. Outside, George. Outside Rondo. Back to George. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 4.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Doncic passes to Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. From downtown, it's hauled in by Zubac.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
The first free throw is good.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Porzingis, again, the Mavericks score.
Porzingis just dialing that one in from the mid-range. Pretty smooth for a 7'3" professional basketball player.
The pass to Leonard. There's Jackson with the three. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. 17-foot shot on the way.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Richardson. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis warning it and gets it.
Clippers leading by 4. George passes to Zubac. George against Richardson. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. Jackson kicks to George. Misses the 3. Doncic with it. Left side, Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith. 2 points. That one goes. Now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Pass to George to the inside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And there's the pass to Batum. Jackson with it. It's George on the wing. Over Richardson. Again, Los Angeles.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Porzingis. Jackson for 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Jackson kicks to George. Passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the man you want running into the pick and roll. It's Paul George at the helm. He's got the ball and makes a great play.
Doncic against Jackson. Out to Hardaway. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Misses the layup. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Now here's Jackson. So Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow win. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. And as
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the five for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. McCollum, no good.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's all over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Leonard hits them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Now Lillard. Over Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Now with the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Basket good.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Now here's Lillard. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Good on the shot.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
And here is Powell. And it's McCollum in the corner. From 17 feet out, it's a hand on it, and the second chance effort by McCollum.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6 points.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far. Perfect 3-for-3 start.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Lillard. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Lillard misses.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. To the paint. Here's McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Nurkic.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The three from McCollum. Lillard against George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You better respect the interior game a little. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And now Portland on the break. Jones is running. And he gets it to go. Jones has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Portland. Lillard against Rondo. Inside, Patterson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Lillard from outside. No good on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Rondo kicks to Patterson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. From 15 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Trailblazers trail by 10. Here's Jones. Count that one. Jones has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
Pass to Kennard. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in its shooting guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Man gets the bucket. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
I mean, having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. And he does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Simons has got his first points in this one.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
You don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Kanter has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Rondo finds Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Good on the 7-footer.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony Simons. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Here's Jackson following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Down low. And that one is good from Zubac.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
McCollum outside. Outside Anthony. Back to McCollum. And the rejection by Zubats.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And George, here we go. Passes it to Zubats. That one goes. Counted. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Continuing to impress as a playmaker. George's ability to facilitate an offense is one of his many strengths.
Now here's Covington. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Jackson. Here's Zubats. Got a hand on it. The second effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Zubats has got 6.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
McCollum against Jackson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now the Clippers moving it up. George, no good. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing by 13. Powell for 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside for George. Outside Jackson. Pulls up from the corner. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And they're running. Clippers leading by 13. Pass to Zubats. Here's Leonard. Back to Zubats. Outside for George. Rebound by Anthony. For Portland, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And the basket by McCollum.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over.
George looking over the floor. The 3 from Leonard. And that one is off. And so it's Los Angeles. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had... And that does it for our...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Ivica Zubats. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Nurkic has got his first basket.
Very capable of knocking it down from the mid-range. Nurkic is a guy you must stay tight on.
And Yusuf Nurkic missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. But hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Jackson against Lillard. Gets it down to single digits.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. And he did it. And it's opened things up for him.
George with no one around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 9.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
That one, no good. Good D by Covington. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Clippers leading by 10. Outside Jackson. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Cantor inside. Defended by George. It's good.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And George, here we go. And George with this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Lillard. He's got 6. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Clippers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the pass to George. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard against Jackson, and Lillard gets double teamed, and Cantor wide open. He shoots. Portland again missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And that one's good. Lillard.
But Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Nurkic. And George, here we go. Here's the teardrop. Nobody near Leonard. Here's Zubac. Outside for George. The putback. It's good on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Clippers lead by 14. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Derek Jones. Anthony is out there with Nurkic. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And the vision of Nurkic, I mean, solid and understanding when to distribute the ball.
Now here's Rondo. Off on the layup. McCollum right side. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Oh, what body control from McCollum. This guy's just a scorer. He takes on all comers.
Clippers leading by 10. Offside Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass.
pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
All right, it's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Simons, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
That's a tough break there. If there is any hope of making a comeback, they have got to take better care of the ball.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Rondo can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 12. Feeds to McCollum. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Patterson. Rondo's got 4 this quarter.
Well, a guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo, he isn't bothered by a little contact.
McCollum right side. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, the D is worrying too much about the other 4 guys. I mean, they can't give him open jumpers.
Now here's Rondo. To the paint. Here's Patterson. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
McCollum with the ball. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Patterson finds Kennard. Back to Morris. Over Jones. Morris, no good.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that was a stunner.
Anthony. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Offside Rondo. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
Cullen passes to Simons. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Pass to Simons. Clock at 6. Nurkic in the post. Patterson's there. Nurkic can't hit.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Back to Kennard. Inside. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got 4 this quarter.
This is why Kennard's teammates appreciate him. He's good at sharing the wealth when they're uncovered.
Here's Simons. It's stolen by Rondo. Morris kicks to Kennard. Pass to Patterson. Portland grabs the miss. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Clippers.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
They grabbed their own miss. Nurkic, and he converts the layup.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
Outside Rondo. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Missed inside. Here's Jones. And good that time.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Here's Mann after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Rondo. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Clippers lead by 14.
A terrific move, but this is how Rondo likes to beat you. Slippery off the dribble.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.